Hey friends, this is Alex. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a glitter ombre with some non-sticky builder gel. Now this is an idea that was kind of hatched with one of my good friends. She was saying there has to be a way to do this, and I was saying I don't know. I need to experiment. And so I started experimenting, and I'm really in love with the results. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. So I'm using right now my West Coast Dips pH Bond. That's the one that it just seems to adhere to my nails the best. I feel like I'm always on the hunt for the perfect bond or primer. It's kind of like the perfect peel base, right? It's a process, definitely a process. So I let that dry for about a minute, and then I'm ready to apply my Gentle Gel base. The Gentle Gel base, top coat, and the builder gels are all Sundara product. Love Sundara. They have a lot of amazing stuff. So I'll go ahead and just cure that for 30 seconds, and then I am ready to start the fun part. I'm going to begin with putting Jasmine in my form. I kind of put it, I want to say halfway down. You'll see me kind of holding it up to my nail in a second because I was trying to see, gauge where the glitter was going to go on my nail because I wanted it to be an ombre. So I apply the Jasmine to the form, kind of push it around and move it to where I want to. I didn't want it to be too thick. And then once I have enough Jasmine, I went and grabbed my Lilly, which is like a really pretty milky white non-sticky builder gel, and I applied it right kind of overlapping the Jasmine. And again, just kind of pushing it around my form, making sure it's going where I want it to go, and playing with it a little bit until I got the proper placement. Now, a little tip when you are working with this non-sticky builder gel, it does help if it's cooler. It helps if your tools are cooler as well. You'll see I'm using a metal cuticle pusher to kind of scoop out the product. A good thing if you're storing it in a cool place, that's totally fine. Another trick would be to actually put it in your fridge for a little while right before you're going to work with it. It just makes it more pliable and won't stick to your tools as much or your hands. Do remember to, if you touch this, if you're planning on touching this product a lot, make sure you're wearing some kind of protective layer, a glove, or if not, make sure you clean up your hands really well after you use it so you can avoid any gel allergies. Okay, now that I have all the product that I need on my form, I go ahead and press that down right on top of the Gentle Gel base that I have. And I take my orange stick and just go around the cuticle area, I feel like especially, and get any of that excess product out from there. And I feel like I do this quite a bit. It's a process getting that cuticle line the way you want it. Also, I am sorry about some of these times when I'm messing with it and trying to look and see. I go off camera, and I'm very sorry about that. I actually got a new setup recently to help with stopping that. So next few videos, you guys should hopefully be able to see everything I'm doing all the time. But after you get it where you want it, go ahead and cure that. I usually do a flash cure for 30 seconds, and then you pop your form off. The dual forms are fantastic. They work so well. I love them. Just pop off, and then you have this nice, smooth nail. It's wonderful. All right, now I'm ready to start working on my next one. Again, I add my Gentle Gel base. I cure that for 30 seconds, and now I'm grabbing my Jasmine and getting it in the form. And you'll see kind of like the same process that I was doing with my thumb. I start putting it like mid area on my form, push it around, kind of moving the glitters, and then again, kind of hovering it over that nail so I can see kind of where it's going to go. One thing you have to remember that as soon as you squish it down, stuff moves. What's nice though is that, this is a glitter ombre, so you have a little bit of give, right? Where the glitter goes, and you're not looking for that perfect line. All right, and now here we go again with our Lilly. Really pretty Really pretty builder gel. It really reminds me of Sundara's Heather Gray builder gel in a bottle. That was my go-to for a very long time. Very nice color. It's a good neutral. They have, let's see, also 2 other non-sticky builder gels, Dahlia and Aster, that are also fantastic neutrals if you're looking for that. And then, like before, I'm just kind of overlapping it with the Jasmine, pushing around, making sure it's on where I would like it to be. And then here we are pressing down on my nail. And then same process, you know, I go around my cuticle a lot. I kind of pull the form down and do whatever I can to get that cuticle area smooth. You'll also see me flipping my nail over and kind of manipulating the builder gel in the form. Now, if you do this, you need to do it with like a light hand, because if you push too much, you're going to cause lifting, which is not a big deal. You can push the form back down, but just something to be aware of when you're adjusting. I like to kind of pre-shape a little bit, and it just saves me some time with filing. Again, I do a flash cure 30 seconds, pop that form off, and there we have it. And once I'm all finished with the rest of my nails, I do a final 60-second cure to make sure all the product is completely cured and ready to go. And then it's filing. Now you don't have to do a lot of filing on top, obviously, because of the dual forms and the nature of this product, and that's wonderful. But I still do shaping around my sidewalls and make sure, like, if I had any excess product on the end, on my file underneath or over the top of the tip to make sure it didn't get too thick. I'm using a Makaratt 100-180 grit nail file to kind of do the heavy lifting, I guess, of my filing. This file is definitely my favorite file for shaping. I've been using it since I started dipping way back when. It was like a long time ago now. And it always works so well with getting my nail shape exactly the way I want it. I will also be using my Pampered Pretties sponge file. It's another 100-180 grit. That works so well for like around my cuticle, especially when I'm using, like, you want that softer side. There is a rough side, so you need to watch out for that because you don't want to tear up your cuticles. But the softer side really does a good job with smoothing out that cuticle line. I'm also using a Pampered Pretties purple buffing block, and I will go over my whole nails in the end with that, just to make sure everything is smooth and get a little bit of a rough surface before I apply my pH bond. Alrighty, we are all done with our filing. Now I grab my stiff nail brush and just get all that excess dust off as much as possible. And I grab an alcohol swab and sanitize and clean up every nail. And once that's done and dry, it's time to add a layer of pH bond. Now, you don't have to do the layer of pH bond. This is just something that I was taught while using Builder Gel. Some people use like a thin layer of base, and either way works fine. I like to do the bond because it keeps my layers thin and it keeps my top coat on just as well as base would. So that is why I do that way. I'm applying my bond to all my nails, and then I will let that dry for a minute, and then we're ready for top coat. Okay, we're all done with that pH bond, and now I have my Sundara Gentle Gel Top Coat. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to all of my nails, and then do a final cure of 60 seconds. Now while I'm applying, you'll see me take my trusty orange stick and just go around my cuticle edge. It's any of that product that happened to flood on. That's basically what I'm making sure gets off, because I do not want that on my skin. So I try to clean it up as much as possible before I actually stick my hand in and do that final cure. Okay, final cure is done, and here we are, end results. Beautiful glitter ombre with non-sticky builder gel. I had so much fun doing it, and I will definitely be doing this again with other combinations, so keep an eye out for that. Last thing, of course, is cuticle oil. Really important to moisturize those cuticles. You want nice, happy nails all the time. I'm using just Peachy Bitch from Scales of a Mermaid, and it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will make sure that I have all the things that I used and all the discounts and all the links in my description. Just thanks again for tuning in and watching my video. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button and feel free to share. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.